Hi, this is Chris Garcia with MyTabletLife.com, and here is our review of the Sylvania 7-inch mini tablet. This tablet is, as I said, a 7-inch tablet. It does have a resistive touchscreen. It's not capacitive, so you do need to push down and use your fingernail to move through the device. It also does come with a stylus that you can use. It is an 800 by 480 resolution screen. The viewing angles are okay, not the greatest I've seen, not comparative to, say, the Samsung Galaxy Tab, but possibly better than the ViewSonic G tablet, probably about on par with the Huawei S7. Not great, not iPad quality or Samsung quality, but not horrible either. One thing you may notice about this device as far as the body goes, this is the same as the AUGEN GenTouch 78. These are the same exact body. They've just done a little changes on them. One of the things that's a little better on the Sylvania is it has a rubberized back, so that makes it a little nicer feel. I do like that. It gives it a better quality feel than the plasticiness of the AUGEN GenTouch. So as I said, it's a 7-inch resistive touch Android 2.1 tablet. Let's go over what's on the outside of the device first. This is your main, all of your ports and everything are pretty much on the one side here. And what you have is your mini SD card, your mini HDMI out, headphone, 2 mini USB, and your power jack. This is a host and on the go. I did try keyboard and mouse with, and they did work. So that's kind of nice. That was something that was promised on the AUGEN GenTouch 78 and did not work. On the back of the device, you have your speaker, which is of average quality. Here is your stylus, comes out right there. And you have a reset button that you may need to use if you have problems. Your power button and your menu button. The power button also works as a back button too. However, these buttons are pretty recessed and very difficult to use, I find. Very annoying. The power, sometimes you have to kind of press to get. And they're on the back of the device, so they don't make a whole lot of sense easily to use when you are using the device, because they are on the back. The nice thing is the UI does give you some on-screen buttons: home, back, menu, volume up and down. So you do have those right there. One of the big differences as far as this device goes to the AUGEN GenTouch, they both have 256 megabyte of RAM. They both had 2 gigabyte of internal flash memory. They both have SD card, mini SD card up to 16 gigabyte. But this has a 1 gigahertz processor. It is an ARM11 processor like the AUGEN GenTouch, but the AUGEN was only running at 600. This is 1 gigahertz. However, on Quadrant, which many people use to kind of rate their Android devices' power, this only scores a 198, which is substantially lower than most Android smartphones and other tablets, which score between 500 to 2200. The Samsung Galaxy Tab scores anywhere between 900 and 2000. The G tablets by ViewSonic scores up in the 1900 to 2000 range as far as that scoring goes. This scores a 198, so this device is not a powerhouse by any means. So that's kind of an issue. Battery life, about 3 to 4 hours at most. Not that 8 to 10 hours which you'd like to have on a tablet. So that's kind of an issue. Let's go over kind of the UI on it. It does come with kind of their little overlay here. It's not bad. It doesn't really slow the device down or anything like that. It's pretty usable. Like I said, it has your home button, volume up, volume down, menu, back button, shows your Wi-Fi, your battery, your time. There is a little camera, which you think would mean you could take pictures with this device. However, there is no camera on this device, and actually what that button does is it takes a picture of your screen. That's useful for developers, but for the everyday person, I don't really find a need for that. It's kind of a weird feature to have. I think they kind of left that button in thinking there may be cameras, because the box actually does show a hole where there seems to be a camera, but there is not one. There is no accelerometer on this device. What you have to actually do is You actually have to use a button to change your orientation. So there is no accelerometer on the device itself. So you're not going to get orientation change automatically. You have to change it on your own. That comes with some widgets in this UI: weather, calendar, clock. You just press the button for the apps. This is all that's on there: alarm clock, calculator, sound recorder, Slide, which is SlideMe, which is an apps market. Not very many applications on there. Contacts, iReader for books, YouTube, file manager, settings, and Wi-Fi settings. So that's pretty much all you have on the device when you get it out of the box. And your music, your media center, your browser, and your email. Let's go to the browser for a second. It is an Android 2.1 device, so it's your regular browsing as far as Android 2.1 goes. Since this is resistive touch, you do not have pinch to zoom. You just have to double tap to zoom in and out. That's how you'll use this browser. It's relatively speedy. It's your typical 2.1. 2.2 obviously would be faster with the improvements they made. There possibly could be an update. You actually go to digitalgadgets.com for this device. They kind of resell it, or the ones who resell it for Sylvania under the Sylvania name, and they do say on their page there'll be updates. I did update my device when I did receive it. An issue that I now have is I have no internal memory available, so I cannot install any apps. So there's definitely some issues here with their version of Android that they have on this device. It also, pretty much every reboot that I do is a total reset of the device. It does not save my settings or memory. So there are some issues that hopefully Digital Gadgets will work out for this device. Especially this device right now you can get at Sears and Kmart for $179. There is some talk that Black Friday Toys R Us will have this device for $139. So it's going to be on sale for a very cheap price. The question for most people is it worth it? I don't think it's horrible. There are some issues that need to be worked out, and this, my personal device, obviously I can't install any apps, so there's a big problem there, and the reboot's not saving information is also an issue. But for what it can do, it does do it nice. You can obviously sideload apps. If you know anything about Android on here, you can try sideloading some of your apps on here. I was able to put a Launcher Pro on here before I did that update and was able to put apps on the device, and Launcher Pro worked fine. I was not able to try out any games yet, so I'm unsure of what capabilities are there. The AUG Gen Touch was able to play games, so I don't see how some issues. Not having an accelerometer is going to be a problem for a lot of games, though. Just some video here. This is Buck Bunny. This is 720p. Actually runs pretty good, looks pretty nice, so that's not really a big issue. The speaker doesn't have the greatest of sound. Headphones would probably sound a lot better, but it's nice that the device at least can handle this. So I could see maybe for a younger child, for $139, this is a great little Android device to give them. That you're not spending too much money. It's nothing comparative to the Samsung Galaxy Tab at $599. So you can go back. This is the media center. There's to listen to music. There's a music section also, and then obviously to enter your email on here. So this is the Sylvania 7-inch mini tablet. Like I said, it will be probably for Black Friday for $139 at Toys R Us. It's an Android 2.1 device. Not a very speedy device. I think it's pretty much just a little bit of a step up from the AUG Gen Touch 78. Possibly in the right direction. I don't think it's the perfect device. And at that price, I don't really expect that. But you do get somewhat a decent, as long as it doesn't have the issues that I'm having. If you have a working firmware here, hopefully that will be fine. But with the firmware that I have on it, things are not going well. So hopefully maybe they'll have more updates, and that'll be good. This is Chris Garcia with mytabletlife.com, and this was our review of the Sylvania 7-inch mini tablet.